Kind of got the foundation, not the foundation, but the site about as level as I can get it anyway. So that's the other container, and the other two are going here. And then I made a bit of a driveway there, mainly for the truck driver dropping off the container, so he has somewhere to sort of drive down to drop this, the one that's going this way off, and then the other one is going that way. But yeah, you got the old Manitou. That was a bit of a learning experience, just jumping in that and trying to figure it all out. But I kind of made a mess yesterday accidentally right here. Well, it wasn't accident. Well, it was accidentally, but because it was so wet yesterday, this area just turned into this giant bog hole. It was like 2 foot deep of just bog. So I thought, oh, that'll take like 2 weeks to dry. So I ended up this morning, I just dug it all out and dumped it down the back, and then I went up behind here where there's some sort of more of a gravelly sort of stuff that's run off the hill, and filled it all in with that. So anyway, I think it's reasonably level. It's hard to tell, but it looks better than it did the other day anyway. Righto, block update again. Got the containers delivered eventually. A bit of a delay waiting for the driveway to dry out a bit. I'll show you that in a minute, but yeah, anyway, eventually got them in last week, so that's them. Ended up putting a bit of a gap in between the two, so they're obviously in an L shape. So when they got delivered, it was a bit difficult because the truck was actually bigger than the last truck that showed up to deliver the blue container. And I'd made this whole area down here from just sort of like drive down into to unload this one facing this way. But when he got here, the truck was like way bigger, so he didn't have enough room. But anyway, the driver was pretty skilled. He was able to sort of, he was actually facing this way with the truck, but he like dropped it off onto one corner and then sort of maneuvered it around with the tilt tray and sort of bumped it a few times, and then got it to sort of sit up on its side. And it was kind of hard to explain. I probably should have filmed it, but I didn't want to look like a tourist or something. I don't know, like I was just kind of letting him do his thing. So, but anyway, we managed to get him sort of in place, but ended up with the little gap. And when I seen it, I thought, oh, I might actually leave that there, because it'll, like, I can kind of walk through that, then I can come out and walk, you know, out the back side of it if I need to. So that worked out pretty good. But yeah, they're nice containers. They're in very good condition. I'll show you inside one in a minute, but I'll just show you around this side. So I gave them a quick paint job on this side, just on this side and on the roof of both of them, because you can see them, like the main road that comes, it's right up through there through the trees, but because of the colour of them, they sort of stood out a lot. So you could kind of make them out through the trees a bit when you drove that way, if you're looking for them. It wasn't really that obvious, but anyway, I painted them like a matte grey colour, and now you can't really see them at all. So it's just a quick job. I've got to come back and actually do it properly at some point. But I got my water tank in place, that's just sitting there. And yeah, I've just been doing a bit more levelling of the containers. That's them. That's the bit of the driveway that was giving me issues the last couple of weeks with the rain. So it's just this bit here, just this little bit. For some reason, there's like a bit of a spring that sort of comes out of the side of the mountain here where it flattens out, sort of right here and along. And you know, even like 4 or 5 days after it stopped raining, it's still sort of just, there's still just little trickles of water coming out of it and stuff. So I've kind of just dug some temporary drains in. At some point I'll have to come in, probably get a little excavator up again and dig it out and put a proper bloody, like an ag drain or whatever they're called, in a few spots just to sort of capture the water. So because this just turns into a bog hole. And like, yeah, the truck delivering the containers only just got through there, and that was a couple of days after it stopped raining. But anyway, I'll open this one up. I've got all my doors and windows here, which I picked up at the end of last week. So that's inside the container. You see, they're almost brand new basically, so they're pretty nice. They got all the RHS sitting there ready to start cutting out the containers and welding the frames, which is, I'm sort of starting that today. And yeah, two glass doors, and there's 3 windows sitting back there. I just got to sort of finalise all the positioning of that and decide whether I need another window or not. I'll figure that out. But yeah, that's about it. I'll just give you, I'll just walk right back so I can get a bit more perspective. That's the old blue container. It's looking like a bit of a job site at the moment, but anyway. This is right down lower, so yeah, that's sort of them sitting there. It'll give you a bit of an idea. Righto. Yeah, the only other thing I forgot to mention was these trees are gone now. So if you look back in that first part of the video, there's one decent sized tree and a couple little ones there. But yeah, me and Leroy come up here with us a couple of weekends ago now and cut them down. And
give us a thumbs up.
And, yeah, it's, well, you can't see now because the tank's in the way, but it's all cut up, sort of stacked up next to the blue container there. It'll be firewood next winter or something. So yeah, so originally the containers were going to be like a fair bit closer to the trees. That's why I got rid of them, because you can see where I'd sort of like leveled out here. The containers were going to be like right up that way, because I sort of wanted them this way. Well, I sort of needed them that way, I thought, because I needed to give the truck enough room down there to be able to drop that one off. But anyway, the way it all worked out, where he could actually get in and put them, they ended up metre and a half, whatever, that way. So I mean, it's still good to get rid of them, because they probably would have been constantly dropping shit on the containers and getting in the water tank and that kind of thing. So but yeah, no, it's worked out right, because it's sort of given me this area here that's nice and clear and flat to, well, I'll put the water tank, and I don't know, I might end up parking my car there or something eventually. So yeah,